Good evening. I would like to start off by thanking all the guests here today for coming out and supporting our graduates tonight. To my family, I would not be standing here tonight without their support. To my parents, thank you for the many sacrifices that you have made that have allowed me to stand here today. To my older sister, Alicia, thank you for being my greatest role model, one of the most hardworking and diligent people I know. She could not go to college when she graduated, and I cannot thank you enough for your sacrifice. To my older brother Aldo, who has been supportive and proud of me throughout all my life, thank you. And to my younger sister Amy, I am so proud of you, and I know that you have the capability to be up here in 8 years. I'd also like to thank the faculty for working tirelessly to try and give us a somewhat normal senior year. To the best counselor ever, Ms. Johnson, thank you for helping me these last 4 years. And of course, the teachers who have worked hard to help transition instruction online. To the class of 2021, we made it. If no one has told you yet, I am so immensely proud of every single one of you. So much has happened in our time at Dutchtown, whether it be the solar eclipse, the first image of a black hole, a global pandemic, or a nationwide Chick-fil-A shortage. We can truly say that we had a memorable 4 years. You may not know me, and you're probably wondering why I'm even qualified to give you this speech at all. The truth is, I'm not. In fact, I'm sure any one of you who has taken a public speaking class is much more well prepared. If someone told me that I would be standing here tonight giving this speech, I would have never believed them. The truth is, when I first came into high school, being on the stage was not on my mind at all. In fact, I dreaded giving this speech and hoped that our graduation would be virtual. But here I am. And though I would be inclined to agree with many of you that this title means nothing, it is not a title I share alone. It is one that I share with my family. My parents have sacrificed so much for me and my siblings. 20 years ago, they left Mexico to come to America for better opportunities for their children. My parents never went to high school, so me standing here today is an accomplishment of its own. I think that me standing here is maybe a sign that we've made it. I hope that I've made them proud. I stand here before you with each and every one of you having as much talent and promise as the next. The class of 2021 is in good company with many notable talents. We have our wonderful Valedictorian Ruhi, who I'm sure you know is one of the most talented and hardworking people, not just at this school, but also in our district and our state. We have numerous students here who are just as talented as her. Hadassah, one of the kindest and hardworking people I know, whose devotion to her extracurricular activities and academics led her to receive a full ride scholarship to Vanderbilt University, a top 15 university in the country. Max Ratmeyer, a coding genius who has numerous accolades, volunteers so much of his time helping others learn to code, and has worked tirelessly throughout his high school career to become, without a doubt, one of our most remarkable alumni. And I don't just say that because he helped me with my coding project. Nolly Jinks, an extremely smart and talented engineer who has placed high at state and local engineering competitions, who was so rightfully confident that she only applied to Georgia Tech, and of course, she was admitted. And of course, the wonderful Kylan Parks, a plant and cat mom, the kindest and most genuine person I know, and also only the second person in our school's history to go to ISEF, the International Science and Engineering Fair. I personally believe that a second visit to ISEF was stolen from her. Someone really needs to look into that. The world is hers to take on because I know she will continue to amaze and leave all of us in awe. I'd also like to recognize the tennis team, a team that I was not a part of this year, who in our 4 years here has developed tremendously with the help of wonderful student athletes like Gregory Alcala, Damari Brown, Justin Wynn, and Michael Guino, who is the first student athlete in Dutchtown history to sign a tennis scholarship. Just this year, they made the Sweet 16 championship tournament, and trust me when I tell you that they could not have made it with me. So you're welcome. Now, as I stand here tonight and look at every single one of you, from number 1 to number 435, I see the same promise that I see in these students. Some of us may have not had the best high school experiences. We may have struggled to keep our grades up. We may have made a few mistakes along the way, or we may have not accomplished all that we wanted to. I know many of you are anxious. Many of you are scared about what comes next. And maybe some of you may think you have it all figured out. I want you all to think of the person you were 4 years ago when you first stepped on the campus. How much have you changed? How much have you grown? How much have you learned? What do you regret? What don't you? As we head into the next chapter of our lives, I want you to keep in mind these questions for the next 4 years. Because as Steve Maraboli says, we all make mistakes, we all have struggles, and even regret things in our past. But you are not your mistakes, you are not your struggles, and you are here now with the power to shape your day and your future. Many of you are heading to college in the fall, a few of you will be deploying in a few weeks or months, and some of you may not even have an idea of what's next for you, and that's okay. Some of us may have unconventional paths, but it doesn't matter where we go next. It only matters that we get there. So fellow graduates, if I can leave you with any advice, it is this. Be kind to yourself. Be open to new opportunities. And know that anything you put your mind to, you can accomplish. Thank you, and congratulations once again to the class of 2021.